Wyan is still sleeping deeply, as if in a coma. It's like how beggars can sleep anywhere. They find a spot. She wasn't in the mood to wake up, but we all know that staying with mom and sleeping until the afternoon is a recipe for disaster. The same thing happened here. Her mom knows she doesn't wake up easily, almost like she's in a coma. It's time to cut the wires and bring her out of the coma, which means turning off the fan. Mom, Wine's mom, mission accomplished. Mrs. Kim, thank God. Bro, come down fast, shouting from downstairs. Wine, what did I do to deserve this family? Mr. Kim, good morning, sweetie. Good morning, Dad. Dad, there is going to be a huge website crash today. Why? The billionaire Jungkook is hiring a new personal secretary because he fired the last one. What did the secretary do? She was good at her job, but she insulted the janitor for accidentally spilling water, so he fired her. Wow, he really is down to earth. Yeah, the website is already crashing from all the applications. Wine, why don't you apply? No, Dad, I don't think I'd get hired. Yeah, Dad, she doesn't have what it takes. She is the complete opposite of him. Don't underestimate me, Opa. Oh, did baby get angry? She curses. Wine language. Sorry, Dad, I will apply for the secretary position as if they would appoint you. Shrugs his shoulders. Whatever, let's see if he will even call me for an interview. I doubt it. Enough from both of you. Here it is. They all had breakfast. After 15 minutes, Mom, Dad, I'm off to the office. Okay, take care. Jin leaves. Wine was contemplating her application to join corporations. She was hesitant to apply. What's wrong, honey? Dad, should I apply for the secretary position? Apply, leave everything to fate. Okay, Dad. Wine visited the website and submitted her application for the secretary position. Wanting to clear her mind, she decided to walk to the park since she wasn't confident in her driving skills. On her way, she noticed a woman with a child begging for money. Lady, dear, could you possibly spare some money? I am currently facing difficulties providing for my child's needs. I understand your situation. Have you considered seeking employment instead of asking for assistance? Lady, I have been trying to find work, but unfortunately, I haven't had any luck securing employment. But would it be possible for you to lend me some money for the time being? Certainly, I can provide some assistance. However, I am concerned that the amount may not be sufficient given the high cost of living in this area. That's all right, I will manage somehow. Thank you so much for your kindness. May God bless you. Vine smiled back and left after giving her the money. Meanwhile, who is totally different from him, she is a clumsy, cheerful girl that everyone likes but finds it hard to stick around because of her childish behavior. She's had many jobs but keeps getting fired because she messes up even the simplest tasks. Now she is thinking about opening a cafe, but her parents worry that her playful nature might turn it into a mess in no time. Back to the story. As a section of the road was under construction, water pooled everywhere. The car abruptly halted, prompting Vine to approach it with frustration. I'm terribly sorry, ma'am, it wasn't intentional to splash water on you. But you did, didn't you? Besides, this area is under construction. You're not supposed to drive through here. Well, my boss has an urgent meeting to attend, so I had to take this route. Oh, so your boss is here too. Where is the big shot? Big shot? Your boss, obviously. Who else? Ma'am, but what's the commotion, Mr. Wang? Mr. Big Shot, step out. What's happening? Can't you see me? Mr. Wang, why are you arguing with a random stranger? How do I look like a random stranger from any angle? In every angle. Mr. Big Shot, your driver splashed muddy water all over me. So what? Do you expect me to dry clean your clothes here? Yes. What? Thanks to you, my day is ruined. Then just leave. Random person, you need to make up for your mistake. Yeah, you owe her. Stepped out of his car, and Wine was struck by the chilly demeanor he radiated. How much? Huh? The price for your beggar look? You may be handsome, but you're also brainless. Whispers spread through the crowd as they watched, leaving him feeling humiliated. If I were truly brainless, I wouldn't have bothered engaging with you, Dumbo. Here, take this. He handed her more money than she expected. This is too much. Keep the change, you are such a mood killer. I hope your mood gets spoiled 24 by 7. Same to you, Miss Dumbo. He retreated to his car and drove off to his destination. Random lady, are you alright, dear? Yes, I am fine. Thank you for your help. Everyone, it's no problem. Vine left the scene and started walking. Vine's thoughts, he gave me 10,000 won. What am I going to do with all this money? She pondered for a moment. I have got an idea. Wine approached a lady who was begging for food. Miss? Oh, yes, dear. What happened to you? Nothing much. Someone splashed water on me. Here, take this money. She handed the lady the money. This much? Yes, a foolish person splashed me, so he compensated. Take it. But this is a lot of money. Yes, it may help you buy food for a few days and perhaps even help you find work. Thank you so much, dear. May God bless you. My player, I will take my leave now. Lady, of course, take care. Vine walked away, leaving the lady with the unexpected gift. Jungkook is renowned as one of the youngest and most successful billionaires. He is admired for his unwavering focus and commitment to his business, where even the smallest mistake can cost someone their job. His meticulous approach is what sets him apart and has contributed to his rapid rise to success. Inheriting the company from his father, who remained unknown to society during his tenure, Jungkook has transformed it into a powerhouse. He attributes all achievements to his father's legacy, finding inspiration in his initial struggles to establish the business. Despite half the world waiting for his affection, Jungkook's heart remains reserved for someone he lost years ago, a person he still longs for deeply. Back to the story. So, I'm stupid, huh? You again. So, why did you call me stupid? Because you are. And if you are rich, why not help that lady find a job? She is capable, but no one seems to recognize it. Why do you care about her? I'm not heartless like you. How do I look heartless? In every way. She scrutinized him from head to toe, mirroring his earlier actions. Just leave. I am already irritated with my job application. Which job application? For a secretary position at Joan Corporation? Oh, you look like a serial killer. Wipe that smirk off your face. As you wish, Dumbo, get lost. Vine grew furious. She stormed on Jungkook's foot and ran off, sticking her tongue out at him. The next day, Vine woke up like always and found her phone full of emails. Turnouts, she got selected for an interview tomorrow. She was shocked, and when she told her family, they were even more surprised. Her brother didn't believe her, which made her angry. She showed him proof but quickly grabbed her phone when she saw him about to throw it in shock. Everyone else was happy for her, but she was nervous because of what Jin had said about the boss. Her brother was just teasing her, but her parents scolded him. Wine went to her room feeling scared. She couldn't skip the interview because her brother scared her by saying the company would make her life miserable if she did. She knew he was just kidding around though. The next day, Wine went to the company still feeling nervous and pale. The receptionist asked how she could help. I am here for an interview. Receptionist, are not you excited? Huh? You seem scared. Sorry about that. Wine, yes, I am. Receptionist, don't worry, ma'am. Are you still willing to proceed with the interview? Yes. Receptionist, alright, take the lift to the 12th floor, turn left, and you will find the cabin. Wait outside until he calls you. He, yes, the CEO himself will conduct the interview today. Oh, okay. Good luck, ma'am. Thank you. Wine arrived at the interview location. She waited for almost 10 minutes. There were 20 applicants in total, and she was the last one. She noticed most of the other girls wearing heavy makeup and traveling clothes. Wanting to keep it professional, she had opted for a simple outfit and makeup, not wanting to look too flashy. As each girl came out, many of them were in tears, their makeup smudged. Feeling increasingly nervous, she considered leaving. But just then, her name was called. Gathering her courage, she entered the room. Come in, she recognized the voice. So, Miss Vine, please have a seat. He turned around. You. Miss Vine, remember, this is my office, not yours. Please don't raise your voice. Huh? I see you are confused. Allow me to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Jungkook, the owner of Joan Corporation, also known as your Mr. Idiot. Oh, she stood up from her seat. Did I tell you to stand up? I didn't think you'd hire me as your secretary or conduct my interview. It's better to leave than to face embarrassment from you. Did I say I wouldn't conduct the interview? I just assumed. You shouldn't jump to conclusions so quickly. Please sit. She followed his command. Impressed by Vine's answers, Jungkook ultimately hired her as his secretary. She was shocked but worried about making mistakes since she is naturally clumsy. Following his instructions to start tomorrow, she returned home and boasted about her success to her family. Her brother, taken aback, reluctantly accepted the reality. Excited to work at Joan Corporations, little did she know Jungkook had other plans for her. The next day, Vine's mom woke her up, reminding her she had to go to the office. Still sleepy, Vine asked which office. Her mom reminded her that she gave an interview yesterday and got hired. Shocked, Vine asked for the time and found out she had only 15 minutes to get ready. Panicking, she got dressed as fast as possible, skipped breakfast, and rushed out to catch the bus. She missed the bus and started cursing but managed to get to the office 30 minutes late. The receptionist informed Ryan that the boss was calling for her because he didn't like anyone being late. Worriedly, Ryan asked if she would be fired before even starting, and the receptionist said it depended on the boss, who was very angry. Ryan went to Jungkook's office, where he told her he didn't want to hear any excuses and that it was the last time she could be late. Vine promised to remember, rolling her eyes as she left, which Jungkook fortunately didn't notice. Despite her mistakes, she settled into her job and Jungkook forgave her, which puzzled everyone else in the company. Later, Jungkook instructed Vine to set up the meeting hall perfectly for an important meeting that could decide the company's revenue for the next 3 years. As the meeting approached, the manager informed Jungkook that it would start in 5 minutes and Jungkook asked where Vine was. The manager informed Jungkook that Vine had gone to buy something necessary for the meeting. Frustrated, Jungkook asked, "What the hell?" She informed me that she will be coming fast. The manager assured, "Fine." Jungkook muttered, heading to the meeting hall. Everyone stood up as Jungkook arrived. "Please have a seat," he said. Mr. Kang nodded. Mr. John, you may proceed. Jungkook began the presentation, but he seemed quite disturbed. Mr. Kang noticed and interrupted. What happened, Mr. John? And where is your secretary? She should have been here. Mr. Kang, that Jungkook began to explain. Mr. Kang cut him off. I already informed you, John. Everyone should be present. This is not a simple deal, it's a billion-won deal. I'm sorry, Mr. Kang, Jungkook said. I'm sorry, but I can't continue the deal with you. First, deal with your employees. Mr. Kang said, standing up to leave, but Jungkook started. Just as Vine entered the room, seeing the clients getting ready to leave. May I ask what happened? Vine asked, confused. Mr. Kang turned to her and said, Miss Vine, be punctual to your work every time. Vine replied, bewildered. The clients left and Vine turned to Jungkook. Mr. John. Jungkook cut her off angrily. You are fired. Vine gasped. You are fired, Miss Vine. Get out before I tell you something harsh. Jungkook shouted, but Vine tried to speak. Get out, he yelled. Vine ran from the room crying. When Vine came home from the office, she immediately started crying. Her parents asked her what was wrong, but she didn't respond and went straight to her room. Later that evening, her brother Jin came home. Mom, why is the house so quiet? Where is the usual chaos? Jin asked. She is in her room, Mom replied. In her room, Jin confirmed. Yes, she cried and even came home early. Mom added, Alright, Mom, I will go check on her. Jin said, Okay, but please make sure you both eat dinner later. Mom reminded him, Sure. Jin agreed, then marched to Vine's room. He knocked on the door. I said, I don't want to eat anything. Vine called out. You will open the door? Jin insisted. I won't. Vine replied. If you don't open the door, then I will bang right now. Idiot, open the door fast. Jin started rapping. Vine finally opened the door and Jin entered the room. What happened? Why are you crying? He asked. Nothing, Vine responded. Tell me before I start rapping again. Jin threatened. My boss fired me. Vine blurted out. Who had the nerve to fire my beautiful princess? Jin exclaimed. You admit that I'm beautiful? Vine said with a pouting, crying face. No, my tongue slipped. Jin quickly corrected. Idiot, Vine retorted. Now tell me, why did he fire you? Jin asked. Today we had an important meeting and I went to a nearby shop before the meeting. On my way back, I saw a crowd gathered around someone. Out of curiosity, I went to check it out, Vine explained. And you were late for the meeting and Jungkook fired you. Jin interrupted. Listen to me first, Vine insisted. Sorry, go on, Jin said. When I joined the crowd, I saw a lady on the ground, badly hurt. While some boys were hitting her, I called an ambulance and took her to the hospital, causing me to be late. The realization of my own meeting hit me suddenly, a meeting crucial enough to amount to 3 times the company's annual revenues. With her farewell, I rushed to the office, only to be met with Mr. Kang's disapproval, his anger evident as he dismissed me from the meeting room. Mr. John too raised his voice and ultimately fired me. Mr. Kang, the Mafia King? Jin asked. Yeah, I replied with a heavy sigh. You did a good job, but even Jungkook is right on his place. Did you try to explain to him about the delay? Jin inquired. I shook my head. No, with a meeting worth billions, it wouldn't have made a difference, I admitted. Come, let's eat dinner. If you are fired, then I have a job for you. Jin teased, nudging my elbow playfully. What is it? I asked, slightly annoyed. Our janitor is out for a week. If you want, you can apply for it. He teased further, earning an angry pout from me. Hate you, Pa, I grumbled through a smile tugged at the corner of my lips. Just joking, come let's eat. Jane sat, pecking my forehead affectionately. Love you, Oppa, I said sincerely. Love you too, Jane replied with a warm smile. The next day, I received a call in my room. Hello, I answered. Miss Ryan, the voice on the other end inquired. Yes, I replied. Mr. June called your office today. The caller informed me. I'm sorry to say you might be mistaken. He fired me yesterday. I responded, confused. Yes, ma'am, we know that, but he called you today. The caller insisted. Okay, I will be there. I said before ending the call. In the dining room, Mom asked, Where are you going, Ryan? I have to go to the office, I replied. Why? Mom inquired. Mr. John called me today. I don't know, Mom. I am already late. I will see you later, I said hurriedly before driving to Jungkook's office. I knocked on his door and he called me in. Mr. John, you called me? I asked as I entered and took a seat. Wine stood before Jungkook, awaiting his words. Yes, sir. She responded as he began to speak. Actually, I want to ask for your forgiveness. Jungkook admitted. His tone was sincere. Why? Wine inquired, puzzled by his sudden change in demeanor. I am sorry for humiliating you yesterday. I didn't mean to do it. I lost my mind because I had a chance of incurring huge losses, Jungkook explained, his expression conveying regret. Wine's confusion deepened, trying to comprehend his words. Actually, Mr. Kang is not just a businessman, he is also a mafia king in our country. Jungkook sat, revealing a surprising truth. Mafia king? Yeah, I know that. Wine responded, her tone very. Yes, but he works for the country. I mean, the police. He's not involved in any illegal activities. But if we mess with him or humiliate him indirectly, he erases that person's existence from this world. Jungkook clarified, explaining the gravity of the situation. Then I'm so sorry, sir, because of me. Vine's voice trailed off, realizing the potential consequences of her actions. It's okay. I overreacted yesterday. I'm sorry for my actions. Jungkook apologized, his tone sincere. No, sir, it's not your fault. Vine reassured him, understanding the pressure he must have been under. Will you please consider joining again? Jungkook asked, hopeful for a positive response. I need time, sir. Vine replied cautiously, needing to wait for options. Okay, take your time, but please answer within 2 days. I am facing difficulties in my work. Jungkook urged, his voice tinged with concern. Okay, sir. Wine agreed, acknowledging the urgency of the situation. As Jungkook received a call, Wine waited patiently, ready to continue their conversation once he was available.